Dutch architecture is making waves, and the most remarkable places might just surprise you. From hidden gems to headline icons, the Netherlands is just full of bold design. So grab a pen and paper, because you're about to hear an architectural bucket list that you'll want to remember. And if you happen to skip the first episode of this two-part series, make sure to check it out. We explored the innovations and designers behind today's most exciting Dutch architecture. Welcome to Orange Horizons, the podcast for travellers to the Netherlands who want to experience more than just the obvious. In this second episode on Dutch architecture, we take you on a surprising journey to 6 of the most striking architectural hotspots in the Netherlands, all easily accessible by train from wherever you are. Our journey starts in Utrecht with a project that proves architecture isn't just about buildings. It can also shape how we move, breathe and connect. Welcome to the Catharijnesingel, a former traffic artery now transformed into a green oasis. Landscape architecture from firm ochre has revitalised this area, turning what was once asphalt and roaring cars into a space filled with water, greenery and tranquility. The canal flows through the city like an extended garden and even restores the historic waterway. It's a place where both locals and visitors can experience Utrecht in a whole new way. As architectural historian Hans Ibelings puts it,
this project is actually the repair and the regeneration of this structure and bringing back the traditional forms of the city into the center of Utrecht. And I think it's a marvelous success to undo the mistakes and undo the errors from this large-scale modernization from the 1970s and 1980s and bringing back an urbanity and a green space, and a blue space, water, in the center of the city.
And when you walk around here, you'll quickly realise this isn't just a transformation. It's a return to the city's roots. A modern-day twist showing how infrastructure and nature can truly go hand in hand. The enormous project to restore Utrecht's canal took around 20 years. And now the city can finally breathe again. After your relaxing walk along the Green Canal, Utrecht Central Station is just a short stroll away, ready to take you to your next architectural destination.
This is Groningen, the city of the Martini Toren, and where bikes outnumber people. But also the city of countless creative, innovative companies and startups. Annually, thousands of new smart heads arrive here, so deservedly we're called a city of talent. And we wouldn't be Groningen if we didn't use that talent.
Up in the north of the Netherlands, the Forum Groningen towers over the city as one of its most striking architectural additions. This multifunctional building merges arts, fun and technology into one impressive form, says Peter Bannenberg of NL Architects.
We made that connection by creating an atrium, one big continuous space. And we use escalators to link all those different areas. It might look a bit all over the place, but that's actually the point. Because the Forum isn't designed for searching, it's designed for discovering.
Whichever side you look at it from, every angle is a stylistic work of art. With its asymmetric shape and carved out facades, the Forum is more than just a library. It's a museum, a cinema, a media lab. The Forum Groningen isn't just an architectural highlight, but also a major cultural hub. Every year, it draws thousands of visitors for cultural events, workshops and exhibitions. And it's already earned a reputation as one of the most innovative cultural centres in the country. We're heading back south now to stop off in Apeldoorn at the iconic Paleis Het Loo. This former royal residence underwent a major renovation in 2023, says travel vlogger Frank Menken during his visit to Het Loo.
Now they've opened up the interior of the castle for tours and walkthroughs and things like that. Yeah. So the whole idea is that it shows you how the Dutch royals lived when they actually lived in this palace between the 17th and the 20th century.
And now offers not only its classic gardens, but a 5,000 metre squared underground museum. The palace, built in the 1860s for King William III and Queen Mary, served as a royal residence for centuries.
And this is like their summer vacation place. So they've got stables and gardens and then the big fat palace.
Now, instead of monarchs, it draws lovers of architecture, design and Dutch heritage from around the world. Visitors descend into the museum as if entering a hidden world.
That was super cool. In the palace. Very pretty. And also always a fun little history lesson being in palaces like that.
The fact that this new extension is fully underground is pretty extraordinary. This bold choice aims to honour the grandeur of the historic building above by creating a subtle, almost invisible new wing below.
Wow!
The entrance area blends seamlessly with the existing palace architecture. Inside, you'll find a serene, marble-lined space where light flows softly through the glass ceilings. This new design adds significant space, without taking anything away from the palace's historical magnificence. It's a beautiful example of how past and present come together in elegant harmony.
They're shooting wedding photos over here. I want wedding photos in a palace. Happy wedding! Good luck!
From royal grandeur to industrial reinvention, our next stop takes us to Tilburg, where we arrive after a relaxing 2-hour train ride through the lush provinces of Gelderland and Brabant. Here, an old industrial warehouse has been reborn as a creative and innovative centre, the LocHal. This former train repair depot from 1932 has been brought back to life by architecture firm Meccano, a perfect example of how historical heritage and modern ideas can go hand in hand. The original steel construction remains intact, giving the building its rugged charm. Or, as local expert Merte Broekink explains it,
Ja, ik heb wel eens een groep architecten.
I had a group of architects over, and they looked at this wall and immediately said, "Isn't it odd that this is the only brick facade on the Lockowl?" Turns out, this wall actually belonged to a different building that used to stand right next to it. When the Lockowl was built, they incorporated it into the new structure. So originally, it was an outer wall, and now it still is, just inside out.
But it's not just the architecture that matters here. Today, the Lockowl is also a public library, co-working space, and multifunctional event venue. So what once echoed with the clang of steel now hums with creativity.
En zo is het net een soort van...
And in a way, it's like a summary of all the different elements that make up the building.
A little over an hour of travel brings you to Amsterdam, where modern architecture and history converge at the recently opened National Holocaust Museum. The Holocaust was one of the darkest episodes in human history, a time when over 6 million Jews were stripped of their rights, dignity, and lives. So rather than drawing attention to itself, this building serves as a quiet threshold, guiding visitors into a space of reflection, memory, and awareness.
The museum, designed by Office Wienhof, is light and transparent. This ensures that the architecture doesn't spotlight itself, but instead provides space for the poignant stories of the Jewish community during World War II.
Explains architecture expert Reinoud Schatzbergen in his article on Holland.com. The minimalist interior emphasises the collection of personal narratives, making the museum a subdued yet powerful monument of remembrance, says Annemiek Grüngold, head curator at the museum.
It's a time that the generation that survived the Shoah is slowly leaving us, and they are definitely passing on. So it is our responsibility, we feel, in the Jewish Cultural Quarter to tell their story from generation to the next, for the Netherlands to know about this history, to be aware of where anti-Semitism might lead to in certain circumstances.
Opened in 2024, this new chapter in Amsterdam's architecture connects past and present in a way that leaves you searching for words. An impressive walk through a horrifying history. Our journey ends in Rotterdam, a city practically overflowing with iconic buildings. But the Markthal, designed by Vinimas, remains one of the city's absolute standouts. With its massive arch shape and colourful ceiling, it draws visitors from around the globe all year round. The ceiling, 40 metres high, is adorned with a spectacular artwork of flowers, fruit and vegetables. A vibrant spectacle that gives the building its unique atmosphere.
As an architect, you never really know how things will turn out. But in this case, I think the subject and the design come together to create a place people will truly appreciate.
The Marxhole proves that functionality and aesthetics can go hand in hand effortlessly. Now, here's another fun fact for you. During the construction of the Markthal, archaeologists discovered a trove of ancient treasures. Roman-era relics, a medieval well, you name it. Some of these artefacts can now be seen under the Markshole glass floor. So you're literally walking on Rotterdam's history here. So, from the National Holocaust Museum in Amsterdam to the renewed royal grandeur of Paleis Het Loo in Apeldoorn, and from the Forum Groningen to the iconic LocHal in Tilburg, these architectural hotspots prove that Dutch architecture is not only thriving, but also paving the way toward a future where innovation, sustainability, and heritage come together. Now, if you're still hungry for more architecture after these 6 hotspots, then check out a lot of other inspiring and lesser-known gems at holland.com/architecture. With this episode, we wrap up our 2-part series on new Dutch architecture. But don't forget to subscribe to our channel, because Orange Horizons will be back soon with more surprising travel stories from the Netherlands. And if there are any Dutch stories or places you'd love to know more about, then let us know by leaving a comment in the comments section below. This episode of Orange Horizons was brought to you by Netherlands Board of Tourism and Conventions. Production was in the hands of Break the Wire Concepts. Editing by Geert de Gram and Elmar Rakers. Special thanks go out to Reinoud Schatzbergen for sharing his expertise on all things architecture. Bye for now. See you on the next Orange Horizon.